guys, it's Bonds, and this might be a different type of video. Both different in the sense that it did not take me 3 months to create, and different in the sense that this is definitely not the type of content that I do usually, especially nowadays. If you haven't noticed, it's been a real hot minute since I've done like a Q&A type video. But to be honest, half the reason I'm doing this is because it would be good to bring back this type of series. It's short form, definitely does not take as long to make as my usual videos, and it's just good to get some fan interaction, you know? If I was just like a hollow husk of a content creator only making videos every 2 months and then disappearing off the face of the earth, that would just be, God, that would be JonTron. No one wants that. So today, if you could not tell, we're gonna be bringing back Askin Me stuff. I went on Twitter asking you to ask me things. You asked me things, and then I regretted asking you to ask me things. We got a nice, healthy dose of questions here, some good variety, some real thinkers. And of course, as always with these types of series, the first question is very big, very important, as it sets the tone for the entire rest of the video, and really sets up just what this series is all about. And with that being said, first question is, favorite type of good... How am I gonna get past that? How does someone live their life after witnessing that? Alright, actual first question, because that one was stupid. What is your morning routine? Alright, if you wanna live like me, David of the One Show, here's a couple steps you gotta go through to fit that perfect day. Step 1, I wake up. You know, as you do for someone like me. Step 2, I regret waking up. Step 3, I sit on my bedside and perform my daily prayer. Dear Jesus, please give me 1 billion subscriber. Step 4, I begrudgingly eat my breakfast Hot Pocket. Step 5, I look at Twitter. That's it, that's all I do for the rest of the day. So now you know, if you want to maybe impersonate me and steal my identity, those are the steps you need to take. Out of all your videos, which are you the most proud of? Although I have been making some pretty good content recently, I have to admit my career did peak at Flappy Bird Roblox Let's Play. How does it feel to be TikTok famous? For those of you who don't know, I do have a TikTok account that did get mildly popular by mistake. That's what I choose to believe. It was all just like a freak accident. I have been recognized 2 times in my life, and both of them have been women, so you can imagine how horrible that must have been for me. And apparently the amount of times that I've practiced Oscar acceptance speeches in the shower did not prepare me at all for talking to people who enjoy my work. But in all seriousness, it is cool that you guys enjoy whatever I do, no matter where it is, really. When are we gonna bring back this classic series? Of course, referring in the picture to my old Blondes vlog series. I created those videos back when I had no idea what I was doing, and really didn't know what a vlog meant. But now that I do know both of those things, I can admit that my life is in no way important enough to be worthy of a vlog. Vlogging is for people who already have mansions, and I'm really not to that step in life yet. How are you? I'm good, thanks. Does the blonde consume the pornography? Well, I mean, how else am I going to get that healthy, balanced breakfast? Now this next question is a 2-parter because someone doesn't follow the rules. What are your favorite movies of 2019? You know, surprisingly enough, with me being a sheltered nerd, I don't watch movies that often. I believe the last movie I watched in theaters at least was Sonic the Hedgehog. So that gives you a general idea of my taste in theater-going experiences. Although I will say there are a lot of movies that came out in 2019 that I have not seen that I really want to see. Some of them off the top of my head are things like Jojo Rabbit and like Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood and Joker. Those are the 3 that I really want to see that came out in 2019. But I, of course, am a very busy person with many busy business things to attend to. Now I just like sleeping. I don't like media interacting with my sleeping time. And secondly, what's my favorite movie of all time? You know, I will say, this is a very difficult and stupid question. I can't exactly think of my favorite movie right now off the top of my head. I've had many answers over the years, but most of those answers were when I was like 10, so my taste has definitely changed. I will say, although it is not my favorite, the B-movie did awaken something in me, so it definitely holds a special place in my heart. What is your number? That's a stupid question. What do I look like? The amount of times a cop has killed an innocent black person? What is your favorite mashup that you've made? Alright, I'm gonna be serious with this one because I don't get the chance to talk about my mashups often on this channel. In general, I will say that I am proud of all of the mashups that I've made, although there are still a couple that I do come back to every so often. Again, with most of my favorites, it tends to change over time, but they tend to be either the one that I've most recently uploaded, or the one that's most recently gone big or viral. But with that being said, I feel like my greatest achievement, or whatever you'd like to call it, is definitely the In the End mashup that I made. I just really liked how that turned out, even though looking back I definitely could change a couple things here and there. I will say none of the things that I've put out are necessarily perfect, although I am definitely trying to improve my craft. But again, I am proud of most of the things that I've uploaded to that channel. And for a more recent thing, I do seem to weirdly come back to my Drops of Jupiter mashup a lot, because that just turned out so perfectly, and like the juxtaposition of songs just worked way too well. So yeah, that's my thought process when it comes to my favorite mashups that I've made. Although, as I've said before, I enjoy all of them. You guys gotta see my screensaver. It's epic, right? Who is your favorite content creator within your YouTube community? This seems like kind of a weird question that I'm hesitant to answer because a lot of these people are just my friends. So it's gonna be a little off-putting if I go like, hey, you're my favorite friend, everyone else sucks and should die. But surprisingly enough, I am very judgmental and do have an answer to this. For just like the general YouTube community, although I probably wouldn't consider him my favorite creator, I will admit that Daniel T. Gaming has been making some good content recently. Like, no matter how you feel about his takes that he's been putting out recently, you do have to admit that he does put some good production value into his stuff. And for my side chick mashup community, I will never not take up an opportunity to shout out DJ Cumberbund. He just makes some of the greatest stuff that I've ever seen in the mashup space, so definitely check it out if you're interested in that kind of stuff. And for a more personable perspective in this, I will say William Morancy is a great channel. He does make pretty good stuff, and we technically are friends, I would guess. It's definitely hard to say with that kind of stuff, just like online presences tend to be a little ambiguous with connections, but he has been making good stuff, and I recommend you check him out. But in general, I would like to say that I don't really like to pick favorites between my friends. Every person really has their own style and their own positive and negative qualities when it comes to content creation. So if you see a friend, or even just some person out there making good content, be sure to give them as much support as possible, because growing on YouTube is really difficult in this day and age. Like, if you're not already YouTube royalty, making something that people will watch consistently has become more difficult than ever. And finally, I left this question for last because I felt like it would work best as like an end slate rambling segment. The question being, what are your plans for content moving forward? Well, obviously I do have some more longer form projects in the works. There are a couple of Dankest Hits episodes that are really only in script form right now that I kinda need to get around to doing. But obviously that edutainment documentary style of content does take a bit too long for the climate of YouTube, so I am hoping to do some more stuff like this. Or just like short, easy to edit content that still provides the same entertainment value that you guys look to me for, I guess. And plus, with stuff like this, it's always good to just start rambling to a camera again. I haven't had a series where I can do that in a long time, and I love rambling. That's like my life. So yeah, in the future, that's basically what I'm trying to do. I am still going to push out these bigger projects, but for now, I just really need something to bide time between them, because I haven't had that. The fact that I haven't uploaded in a really long time weighs on me, so it's good to just like get something out there to entertain you all before I bring out the real big guns that I am fully 100% passionate about making. Not to say that I don't like to do these things, but like, I really put a lot of time and effort into like the Dankest Hit kind of content. So for those of you hankering for that, there are a couple of those on the way, but there's probably going to be a lot more of these just kind of face-to-face ramble at camera type of videos. And speaking of which, if you don't already know, I do have a Discord server, and there's a channel in that Discord server where you can send me some questions for this series. Because I feel like tweeting out, hey, give me questions every time seems kind of tacky, and plus, I just want more people to go to my Discord server. It's a nice hub of people who enjoy my content or just kind of want to chill for a bit, you know? A lot of people see Discord servers as like just another branch of their business or their marketing strategy to get big on YouTube. But really, for someone of my size, that isn't feasible. It's just good to have, like I said, a hub of people who maybe have the same interests as me and enjoy the content that I create. I'm hoping to be over there pretty frequently, just kind of talking to people, but it's just nice to have that zone of my own creation, I guess. But with all that being said, that is basically my plan for the future in terms of like content and general online presence. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the last question we got, and to be honest, I joke, but they are some good questions. They do bring interesting discussion to the table, even if it's just like a one-off joke. I originally intended the series to just kind of be filler in between real big content uploads, but like I said, it is fun to just talk to you guys. But that seems like enough rambling for today, and that's a half an hour of recording that I can never get back from my life. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to ask me more questions, either in the comments or in the Discord server, or whenever I tweet out to give me questions. New videos are on the way. I'm not sure if a big one is going to be coming after this, or another episode of this, but whatever it is, I hope you stay tuned, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.